The number one question we get asked is how much budget do you need to get started with Google Ads dropshipping? And the answer honestly is not going to be zero. It's not going to be 10K. It's going to be something in the middle, because the people that are telling you can get started with zero, you don't have ad spends, you cannot even build a Shopify store, you cannot test. So that's totally guru advice. And the people that say you need at least 10K to get started, that's also not true. If you optimize your store really well and you set up everything correctly the first time you set it up, then you also don't need 10K. So what is our honest opinion? What budget do you need? Something between 2 and 5K. Yeah. You can get started with 2K already very comfortably, but we always say the more the better. So if you have something between 2 and 5K, that's very perfect, and you can get started with your first 1 or even 3 Google Ads dropshipping stores.
Yeah, let's break down the exact costs that we can have or we're gonna have, so you exactly know what's gonna cost. But if you're on the lower end, so more leaning towards a 2K, then I would prefer for you to start in a smaller market, because there is way more chance that you will be having a quicker momentum initially, as well as a higher ROAS and a better return/profit, so that you don't need to scale to crazy volumes because you're literally only with 2K in the bank trying to make more out of this. So the higher the ROAS, the more you will see the bank account grow, and the more you really can leverage a smaller amount. When you're having more towards 5K or even more, that's when we would more advise to go in the bigger markets, because there is more scalability. So everything depends on your cash flow, so how much you got in the bank ready to give this a shot. But at the end of the day, both options are fine. For us, to be completely transparent, we also only started with a couple K. So we really built almost from zero to now everything 20 million euros in revenue at Google, all step by step. And you can do this too. It will take some time. The more money you have, the less time it will take. At the end of the day, just for you to know, with 2K you can get started and scale and change your whole life with e-commerce in just 1 or 2 years.
Exactly. The way we started is we both put in 1.5K. So we started with 3K in general. And then we started in a very small markets. Think about Denmark, where we built a lot of cash flow. We saw our bank account grow very quickly. And once we reached, 10 or 15K in total revenue, then we were like, okay, now let's target a bigger market like the UK and the US. And there, obviously, the scaling opportunities are way higher, and you can also grow your bank account very quickly, but not without experience. So first build experience in a small market and then go to the big 5 markets.
Now, the amount you start with is not the point, it is the actual breakdown and how you will use it. So let's walk through every cost you can get when you're first getting started with Google.
So I think there's gonna be 4 main costs. One is going to be product testing, then it's going to be ad budgets, and then a little buffer, and then it's going to be store and just apps that you will need. So I think the biggest one is going to be product testing. It's going to be around 40% of your budget is going to go to product testing, because with Google Ads, you have to buy data. The algorithm has to know who is your ideal customer, what do they want to buy, and where is currently the demand at what products. So I think for product testing, you need at least 40%, let's say around 1K, something around 1K for that. Then we have ad budget. I would say 40 to 30% of your budget would go to that, because once you have products that are taking a lot of ad spend and giving you good ROAS, obviously you want to throw more ad spend towards it. So I think 30% by average would go to scaling, aka your ad budget, for Google Ads shopping to scale your products that you found during the product testing.
Yeah, and then we also have a buffer that we always want to have, because you will need to pay, for example, the supplier. Whenever someone places an order today, you want the supplier to ship out the product as soon as possible. That's why you need this buffer, right? Because the money that you receive today on your Shopify account will not be paid out today. There's always a couple of days lag, or it's not lag, but a couple of days payment terms that they pay before they pay it out. Yeah, you're always gonna need a buffer to pay any cost you have right now, because your cash flow will constantly be flowing. Then besides that, we still have store and fixed fees. And this is basically your Shopify subscription, any apps, maybe any employees when you're scaling. So the 4 main pillars stay: product testing, which is the initial stage, then ad budget, then we have the buffer, and then we have the store and fixed. So let's go from store and fixed to everything. The store itself, Bryan, how much would it cost me to now start a store from zero to ready to start advertising?
The Shopify store, we're actually pretty lucky. The first 3 months, it's only $1. So you can get started, build your store from scratch. You can use a free team. So as of right now, we've only spent $1 for the Shopify subscription. Yeah. Then we might need some apps, for example, Symproses to sync our Google feeds to Merchant Center, which is around $5 per month. Maybe some Swatch King, which is also another $5 to $10 a month. Size charts, $5 to $10 a month. So let's say for your whole store, if you're using a free team, because you can also use a paid team that are more expensive, but to get started with Google Ads Dropshipping, to get your GMC approved, I would say towards the store, dedicate a budget of $50 to $100 maximum. That's
per
really
month.
good. Per month.
Yeah, because that's recurring. And like Bryan mentioned, you can go ahead with the free team. Don't make crazy investments when you're getting started. The impact of a paid team is not gonna be big enough for you to allow this investment when you're starting with a low capital. Then we're gonna have also the product testing, which is going to be the initial stage, right? So for $50 to $100 a month, you already are able to do anything to get up until the point where you can get the ads running. So you can get the GMC, it's free, the Shopify €1 per month, and then a couple of apps. So now we're ready to start with the initial testing stage.
Exactly. So the way we usually advise people to get started is start between 350 and 500 products on your store, and then just turn on the ads on $50 per day. If you calculate, we said you need around 1,000 to start testing products. So that will allow you to run for 20 days to find a few products that you will finally be scaling on that are in high demand and very high ROAS. Because the higher the ROAS, that means the more money you're spending, the more you're earning. Let's say with a 2.5 or a 3 multiplier. Every day you're buying more and more data, so your algorithm, aka your store, becomes more smarter every day, which will even increase the ROAS also over time. It's important to test widely, so if you're focusing on one niche or in general, it's important that you really handpick every product, so every euro you're spending is also buying accurate data and data that will be used towards scaling.
And to not get confused for people who are currently doing meta or did meta before, when we talk about 300 to 500 products and then a €50 budget, we don't mean testing every product for €50. No, we are having one product feed, which is all our products, and we're dedicating €50 ad spend every day into it at the start to get the initial data going. Now you will get sales from this already in the first month. It might not be profitable because we always have this warm-up stage, that's how we call it, which is the point up until you're profitable, but you will already have initial sales, which will also mean that your ad spend is not burning, right? You're not just wasting €50 for a month straight. No, you're gonna get sales, you're gonna lean more and more towards the point where you're profitable, and that's where we need the next bucket.
Exactly, the ad budget, aka the scaling budget. So once you've been through the warm-up phase from Google, you're ready to start scaling, and that means like every euro you're spending inside of your Google Ads account comes out as 2 or 3 euros. So that's really good. We're literally multiplying money. I mean, you can spend as much as you want. You know, if you're spending $1 and $3 comes out of profit, well, that means like you can literally scale unlimitedly. You will see that you will reach a certain like roof. And to go through that, you will obviously need more products, more product batches of high demand products, but ad budget for sure, like I think 30 to even up to, I don't know, 70 of your budget can go towards that. The more, the better, obviously. Like if you have a healthy cash flow every month, maybe still from a side job that you can put into scaling budget, that's the most profitable you can get until you can finally quit that side job and become full-time e-commerce.
Exactly. Like we mentioned at the beginning, we started with 3K each. As soon as we saw that we were literally printing money, which means that we were running on the ROAS 3 or higher, which is highly profitable, that's when we actually took some money out of our personal saving accounts to put it into the business, because we saw the momentum and the opportunity. Now, there's way less risk because you already know that you have been reaching this certain target every day. So the more money you put into it, the more that it will get out.
And Google is very predictable. So we knew that every 100 or 1,000 euros we're putting into the ad account now is going to come out as 2 or 3x. So that's why we took some money from our savings, we multiplied it, and then obviously we sorted it that way out. And right now we have like a lot of ad spend that we can put towards our winners, so we can scale to crazy numbers like 100K per day, 160K per day, as you've seen. So that's really comfortable.
And that's also what we teach and preach, is to always focus on the high ROAS so that you are super profitable. I'm not just talking about ROAS 2 here. No, I'm talking about ROAS 3, ROAS 4. If you scale on this amount of numbers, you will see your bank account actually grow, where compared to, for example, Meta, if you've done Meta before, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're scaling on a ROAS 1.8, you will see profits in your P&L, but not in your bank account. And on Google, this is different. You target the high ROAS. You might be a little bit on lower volume first, but that's how you really build the cash flow. That's how you grow 2K to 10K. And then from 10K, you have more breathing room. You can start scaling even more.
Exactly. And then if we look at the last bucket, the buffer, what is the buffer? I mean, it could be any expense. It can be some returns, maybe. It can be some unpredictable costs, like, I don't know, supplier costs, like anything that you didn't like, it just exactly, it can be the buffer. Think about a few $100 at the start of your journey. Now you might be wondering, okay, I have a specific amount of budget, let's say 3K, but I want to start as efficient as possible. Well, we can cut every mistake, because at the start we made a lot of mistakes. We had zero strategy, zero plan to follow, so we lost a lot of money. But right now we literally put everything out there. All the info is online. You can find our strategy from A to Z, so you don't waste money on strategies that don't work, or even products that you shouldn't test. You know how to do things the proper way, so every euro you're spending is actually going to come out as 2 or 3 euros, which is really nice. But we want to cut all the costs as much as possible. For example, I mentioned you can use a free team on Shopify to get started with your Shopify store. You don't need a fancy paid team that's going to cost you $400 or $500. You can just start with a free down team or Horizon. They're very good, very nice, and you can even edit them with a bit of code. If you use clouds, you can just generate liquids, and there you go. Have a very fancy store design.
Exactly. And start with doing everything yourself. A lot of people that I see having their first few sales, they already want to outsource customer service or whatsoever. But how are you gonna outsource it if you, one, are still very limited on cash, and two, if you've never done it yourself? It's super hard to teach someone something that you've never done yourself, right? So that's also, don't bring up any fixed costs beside the necessary ones that Bryan already talked about. It's not necessary at the first stage. Do everything yourself, figure it out the hard way, because that's how it's supposed to be, right? You cannot grow your business if you're not learning and making mistakes every day. So it's super important.
Then one of the best ways to also kind of optimize your budget is test less products, but handpick every product that you're testing. So I see a lot of people starting out with 5,000 products in your store and hoping that the algorithm would bless them with good ROAS. That's not how you should do it. We handpick still to this day every product that we list on our store. So we know that every dollar we're spending in our ad account, at least it's spending towards optimized products with a good title. And that's where we say the feed is the number one key to success, because you don't want to have loser products or zombie products inside of your feed that are going to take a lot of ad spend with a very low return. So that's why high quality products on your store that are really handpicked based on demand and trends, those are the ones that are going to scale.
Exactly. And once again, last but not least, super important, don't shrink any budget on low ROAS. Don't go up the budget because you want to buy the data faster whenever the ROAS is not allowing it. So always target ROAS 2.5 or 3 or plus. Everything above that is even way better. It's perfect. Also, something that we see a lot is people have their first week of Google Ads. It's 7 times 50 euros ad spend, and they're not profitable yet. They start panicking. They start changing a lot of things at the feed. They start changing a lot of the PMAX. No, you got to give it some time. Once again, Google is a data-driven platform where it really needs to buy the data first before you can actually start scaling. It's the most normal process. It takes 2 to 4 weeks is what we see. And from that point, you should be able to be green at the P&L, which means that you're profitable. But before that, don't just go make any change in the campaign, because it will reset the learning curve. It's same with other platforms. You will never want to touch at the initial stage where it's actually learning who the real customers are for this feed. So that's a very important tip as well.
If you haven't seen our previous case studies yet, for sure go check them out on my YouTube channel, because there you can literally see our P&L, which is our profit and loss sheet. The first few weeks, it's always going to be red. ROAS is balancing between 0.5, 1.5, maybe sometimes even profitable. But then after 2 or 3 weeks, you can see that it starts getting green, and then you just keep on printing on ROAS 2.5 or even 3, and that's when you're really multiplying money. But if you really want to know how to build your store correctly so you waste as least budget as possible, so let's say you're starting out with 2 or 3K dollars and you really want to spend wisely and follow a certain strategy so you don't waste money on making mistakes, I would highly advise you to check the link in the description. It's going to be the first link. Just click on it. It's our school community where you can learn everything from A to Z, how to build your Shopify store, which theme to use, how to set up your sections, how to get your GMC approved so you can start advertising, how to set up your Google Ads campaigns. Everything we've learned across the last 2 years, we shared in there just for you to be able to follow it. And honestly, the people that are inside sharing results, I mean, they speak for themselves.
And just by following it, okay, it's an investment, but it will save you so much more money because all of the mistakes we ever made are literally covered and how to avoid them. So basically that will already save you so much money. Now, that being said, check out the link in the description. It's the first one like Bryan mentioned, and see you guys in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.